So I went down in Raleigh, North Carolina to fight for the U.S. Nationals. That's where I first got my first offer to turn professional. And the guy says, I'll tell you what, he says, you come to New York, both of you, so I'll pay your expenses, I'll look after everything. You stay for 1 week. If you like New York, we'll sign a contract. If you don't like New York, you can leave. I said, no hard feelings. So we agreed to that. Well, this is a pretty good deal. So the way we went, took us to a hotel, looked after everything, showed us all of New York for 1 whole week, just hosted us. But he was mafia. I found out he was mafia. So at the end of the week, it's time to make up my mind. Am I going to stay in New York? Am I going to go back home? And by this time, my coach Elio found out all what was going on, and he said, Roger, don't. These guys are mafia. You sign up with them. Who knows what'll happen? Just say no. So I said no. And I wanted to turn pro. I always did. That was always been my dream, ever since I was 15 years old. When that coach told me in that Indian school, told me that I wasn't good enough. And I made up my mind when I was 15 years old. One day, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to be a professional fighter.
If you've got a floor that looks old and worn out, you're probably thinking about replacing it. But hold everything, because it's never too late to rejuvenate. Rejuvenate is a miracle polymer that makes what's old look new again. Look how it instantly restores the original luster of this old wood floor. With Rejuvenate, you get instant results every time. Fantastic. They just don't make floors like this anymore. Beautiful. Same for marble, vinyl, linoleum and tile. All it takes is a mop and a few minutes. You'd be surprised what you can rejuvenate all over this old house. Dull and faded kitchen cabinets take on a second life when you rejuvenate them. But don't stop there. Rejuvenate those old Formica countertops for a factory fresh look. Watch how it puts back what you thought time took away. Turn a drab old table into a great buffet, fit for the finest bed and breakfast. Rejuvenate even turns flea market finds into family heirlooms. Like this great old picture in wooden frame. Without Rejuvenate, this would have ended up on the curb instead of in my living room. Now it's easy to rejuvenate your floors, cabinets, countertops, and furniture with one quick and easy application. So call now and get the Rejuvenate Floor Restorer and Rejuvenate Furniture Restorer, a $40 value for only $19.99. As an added bonus, you'll also receive our microfiber mitt and mop head for perfect results every time. Call right now and you'll also get our amazing spot and stain remover. It penetrates and eliminates even the toughest stains on the spot. A $20 value, yours free. Just pay shipping. That's right, you get the entire Rejuvenate Floor and Furniture Restorer kit, plus our spot and stain remover, a $70 value, all for only $19.99. This offer is not available in stores, so call now.
To order Rejuvenate, please have your credit card handy and call 1-800-679-6898. That's 1-800-679-6898. Take advantage of this special TV offer. Call now. Call 1-800-679-6898.
Tomorrow on The Night Owl Movie on APTN.
By 1965, Roger Adolph still held the Canadian title, the Triple Crown of boxing in the Northwest. Roger even won the Golden Gloves in Seattle and Tacoma and Portland, where he mustered up all of his ring craft to outpoint all of his bigger opponents in every final.
Here I fought in Prince George. I qualified for the Pan American Trials. Canadian Championships was going to be in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. There was 10 Canadian champions, one in each weight division, and I was the bantamweight champion then. The Canadian government could only send 8 of the 10. They couldn't send the whole team. There wasn't enough money. So what they did is they did a seeding. Well, I was seeded number 3. Anyway, I was picked to be on a Pan American team to go to Sao Paulo, Brazil. And 1 week before I was going to leave, I got canceled off the team. The president of the Canadian Amateur Boxing Association canceled me off the team. And his first reason that he gave was that he was afraid that I would get hurt, that I didn't have enough experience. And so the BC body got on it and said, how can you say that? Because Roger's fought some pretty tough fighters at the Canadian Championships in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. I just finished beating Jackie Burke, Ray Harrington, Walter Henry, all former Canadian champions. These 3 guys had fought internationally as well. And I'm just the new guy off the block. And I beat all of them. Later on, we found out that the main reason why I was canceled is because the president of the Canadian Amateur Boxing Association didn't like natives. And I always wondered why. He never talked to me. Even in Weyburn, Saskatchewan, when I won the Canadian champ, he was there. Wouldn't acknowledge me, wouldn't shake my hand, just avoided me. Yet he'd go to all the other champions and congratulate them. Anyway, I didn't go. I was very disheartened. I almost quit. I just made up my mind that I was not going to let anybody take away what I love to do the best, and I loved boxing. I went back into training, and 1966 was coming up, and by that time, I was fighting mainly down in the United States, and all the Golden Glove championships, and winning them all. The Canadian Boxing Association was concerned that I was going to box for the United States in the Pan Am Games instead of boxing for Canada. So they gave me an automatic seat on the Canadian team without even me fighting for it, because they were afraid I was going to fight for the United States. They said, the seat is yours. And I said, okay, I'll be ready. But in the meantime, I was getting all these offers to turn professional. An opportunity was knocking on the door. I was getting tired of fighting amateur. Sure, medals, trophies, jackets, I was winning that, but you know, I wanted my dream. I had announced I was going to turn pro. Big hullabaloo came up. Oh, making a mistake. So the same guy, the president of the Canadian Amateur Boxing Association from Montreal, flew all the way from Montreal to Vancouver to have a meeting over my decision because I was going to turn pro. And they got the BC Amateur Boxing Association officials together, and I remember we met right in the gym in North Vancouver. And they said, Roger, we think you're making a mistake. And they made good sense. You know, all these officials from the BC body, they were good, always good to me. The carry was sitting over there. He says, it's your country. You gotta fight for your country. That's gotta come first. And I looked at that son of a gun across, you know, and I said, 3 years ago, what you did now, all of a sudden this guy is talking to me. 3 years ago, he wouldn't even talk to me. 3 years ago, he canceled me off the team with no justified reason. And that just changed my mind right there. So I want to thank you guys here in the BC Amateur Boxing Association for your good words. But you are not my country. And if you want to fight, if you want me to fight for you, you talk to my manager, Bobby Neal. And you're going to have to pay me, because I'm not forgetting what you did to me 3 years ago. And I walked out. I got an offer from London, England, from Bobby Neal. He had an air ticket for me, everything. First 4 months, all my expenses would be looked after. All I gotta do is just go over there, sign a contract. I fought pro, yeah. For 2.5 years, I lived over there. That's when I fought at the Royal Albert Hall in London, England. They played the Indian Reservation song for me when I was coming from the dressing room into the ring. And I was wearing this robe, and it was quite an inspiration for me back then, and just no way could I lose that fight. I take a lot of pride in this robe, mainly because it was made by my mother, and the artwork was done by my brother Alan. It's my pride and joy today. I really treasure it. And as well, these gloves. These are like my working tools. These gloves. They're sparring gloves. They're not competition gloves, but they're what I have left of from the fight game.
After a 2-year pro career peppered with mixed results, Roger hung up his gloves. Roger headed home. Instead of fighting for a title, he would fight for his people.
It's more than a sport, it's an art.
For the competitive spirit, success is hard work and sacrifice. Share the inspiration.
You have to be able to put effort into to get something out of it.
With some of the best in sport. Be a part of their story. Be here for Tears and Triumphs, Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on APTN.
Come on already, let's go!
You don't drive like her, so why are you paying the same insurance premiums as her? If you're over 50 with a good driving record, you could save up to $400 per year on your car insurance through Gray Power. Because at Gray Power, we believe that if you're over 50 and have a good driving record, you've earned the right to save. You could save up to $400 per year. Insure your car and your home through Gray Power and save even more.
I'm nobody important, I'm just...
You don't drive like her, and you shouldn't pay the same insurance premiums as her. If you're over 50 with a good driving record, it's time to reap the rewards. So call now. You could save up to $400 per year. Even if your premiums have dropped recently, you could still save through Gray Power. Call now and get the power of 50 plus.
Call 1-866-212-2499 or go to graypower.com.
It's a place of mystery, beauty, and home to Frank and Silas.
He's dead.
Need your help.
Try something risque.
Looks like you were wrong, Anna!
Yeah? So?
Then you're gonna have to go through me.
Growing up isn't as easy when you're living on The Res. Every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. on APTN.
I hung up my gloves in 1968, and I came home, and it was difficult hanging up my gloves, but it was my people who really put me back on my feet, and especially the old people. Not one of my people asked me how many fights I'd won or lost. They were just glad I was home. I was honored. It really inspired me. And then the old people said, okay, now that you're home, now it's time for you to go to work here with your own people. Which is Chachlip, and that's the name of our community here. which means the brow of the hill. And here I am today. I've been a chief now for 17, going on 18 years. And it's a struggle, but it's also a challenge. And I looked at it as a challenge because that's what boxing taught me to be. And we were saying, now it's our turn to lay a path for the next generation. And in order to maintain our culture, we have to protect the land. Because without the land as it is, without the water, we got no culture. And without no language, we got no culture. So that's the root of our, what the white term is called for the fight for Aboriginal title and rights.
The events of the long, bitter summer of 1990 included rail and road blockades, forcing the BC provincial government to the treaty table. Roger's longest-standing record is as chief negotiator for the Haklip land title and rights.
If nothing is done, it will be happening in my territory. I know it. I vision it. I can see it.
The land in our language is Tameihu. And the people are Uchalmeihu. And the language is Uchalmeihuch. And you take a look at those three words. They all come from the land. The language comes from the land, the people comes from the land, and then you got the land itself. They're all spiritually and powerfully connected. So to interfere with one, you interfere with the others, the other two. And this is a big, very important part of our culture here.
For almost 2 decades, Roger has used the tenacity and discipline he learned in the ring to help his community continue to fight for their culture.
What we want to do is we don't see solving these issues regarding our Aboriginal title and our rights, but what we see us doing is we're going to pave the way, just like our forefathers had done. I would not be able to be the leader I am today if it was not for boxing. You know, they say sports is not political, it shouldn't be. Well, it is. You know, because it takes money to run sports. Wherever it takes money, there's politics involved. You know, automatically. When you really look at it, sports is a prime vehicle to developing our future leaders. It's basic human development, and that's what sports does. Did it for me. I love it.
Roger's life, there was always a need to give something back. Every time he stepped into that ring, it was for his people. Whether he won or he lost, he always fought to reach deep down and get that something extra. And it was worth every bit of it. A chief and a champion.